The whistle's just about to sound on half-time of the New South Wales Government's 4-year term. This week we asked readers of the land how they think the government has scored so far. So Julian, you've interviewed the Deputy Premier and the Minister for Primary Industries in the past week. What's their take? Do they recognise what's happening in the bush at the moment?
Well, Andrew Stoner and Katrina Hodgkinson, unsurprisingly, both think the government's delivered. But at the same time, they did both recognise the fact that there is this apparent growing sense of discontent among rural New South Wales. Particularly there are sort of three main issues that we've noticed, and I suppose that's native vegetation, land use conflict, and regional service delivery. Particularly native vegetation. I've followed that story since the draft regulation was released last year, and it's been interesting to see the mood of farmers change from one of apprehensive hope to disappointment, which was illustrated when landholders who attended the public consultation sessions last year delivered a pretty clear message to government that they wanted them to look at the Native Vegetation Act itself rather than just reviewing the regulation. Here's what the Minister for Primary Industries had to say about her first 2 years in office.
We've done so much since coming into government. It's been just reform, reform, reform. Everywhere we turned around, there was another project that needed urgent attention. I started with the toughest things, and I'm really pleased with the way that they're progressing. I think our 2-year report card was pretty good, and by the end of the first term, we'll be ready to take on a whole set of new challenges.
So Julian, what about the farm lobby groups? What are they saying?
It's very much been a mixed message. From the New South Wales irrigators' perspective, on the one hand, they actually praise the government for the handling of the Murray-Darling Basin Plan, but on the other, they're really disappointed with how strong the aquifer interference policy is, and they want some stronger regulations introduced in that space. Similarly, New South Wales farmers, again, they think that the government has achieved good reform in the areas of drought policy and the Basin Plan, but they're concerned with a number of other areas of policy. The strategic regional land use plan, regional service delivery, and the announcement of the local land services model, and then also native vegetation.
So meanwhile, the other big political story this week has been the dumping of Richard Torbay from the Nationals ticket for New England and his resignation from State Parliament on Wednesday morning.
Yeah, this story broke on Tuesday night when the Nationals put out a statement saying that they had asked Mr Torbay to withdraw from the federal election and also resign from the party. There is still a lot of mystery surrounding this story, and it remains unclear exactly what the information is that prompted the Nats to ask Mr Torbay to withdraw. The story is still unfolding as well. Just today we've seen former Gunnedah Mayor Adam Marshall announce that he will run for pre-selection for the Nationals in the state seat of Northern Tablelands. We'll be continuing to follow this story online as it unfolds.